And I'm back. So, I slept a little more, slept quite a lot in the last 48 hours. And as you can hear, I'm still not completely recovered, but I have a little shiver in me. But overall, I'm feeling okay. So where was I? Let's close all the tabs and refigure out where I was. I was with the pennies. This is where I was. Which do I need this? Oh yeah. I wanted. Oh, it was lagging once again, but only for like a split second. Oh well, I guess it's fine. So, I wanted to change this. Yeah. Maybe this needs to be, maybe not. No, I guess this needs to be erased. And they have this as their objects, with a little more elaborate. I think that actually makes sense. That's fine. All right. And I need to do the indent, the emoji identification, which I will do next, I guess, and then I finally do write real sentences. But first, that was too fast. You have to, there's one small thing. You cannot type the numbers too fast. I mean, you can still type them pretty fast. If it's too fast, then the key down triggers. If you press another key while another one's down. Okay. Yeah, I wanted since no, I mean yes, but not yet. The string I need to change. I need to change the string. The number. I guess I change it to pennies. Or I can do it yeah. I will do it like this. So let's here, let's add a number to this. So I guess it's always pad label number. The number is a string. But everybody having numbers is a little silly, maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's just do it like this. And then we go in string, we have the icon. And now we need to wrap this. I believe, yeah. Yeah, but we do not really want to align it in the center. Why? No, it's just lag. Icon the number, not dof. Diff. Oh, it's also this. It says Okay, so now we have to check and I guess we need to cycle through. We need to be able to cycle through, or maybe not. Yeah. So in down, here, key.icon. I guess I can filter just here. Filter. Bigger than 0. 12. Because that is so funny. And we do this for the other one as well. And then we also need to give this, that was in since, we need to give, when we turn this into an icon, the bird, which we do somewhere around here, no, somewhere more down, quoting, which I don't use yet, but we will. So here, and the number. Yeah. Yeah, now it replaces this because the number is empty, but now let's add some number logic in down. So if we type, this is where I was confused before I went to bed. Maybe this made me go to bed. Where the logic is for the key up. Yeah, I remember. Because, okay, if light.current, I think this was the thing. Oh, that is, what? In use since in string.number.pad.length. No. this thing. Oh, yeah. So it was here, I found it before I went to bed. Let's comment this out because this is not. Previous dot number row. No. Okay, so if previous dot attached dot filter A, let's call it A. What is he suggesting? Which penny? Where do I have a penny? I mean, we are in the right, but there is no penny. Oh, we have a penny. Oh, wait, what? String attached find. Oh, we actually do have a penny. Oh, it already is. We already have this. So if we have a penny, so I guess we want the latest penny to add numbers to that. Yeah, we do. Oh, we also, but first let's do this, want to differentiate between, yes, this is JavaScript, indeed. React, I mean, it's both, it is JavaScript, but it's a React library, not framework. So I'm not really sure why it's not considered a framework and just a library. Yeah. Also not Next.js, which as far as I know is a framework, but just vanilla React. Because for this project I don't need any features that Next.js has. And maybe the built-in thing with a slug would actually, because I use the slug different, that would actually be conflicting with what I'm trying to code. But yeah, that is JavaScript, which is a nice language if you want to get into coding. Maybe I would say start with JavaScript, because this is good to say. It doesn't have like type safety. You have TypeScript for this. They made type safety for JavaScript. They call it TypeScript, which is fine. I mean, it has advantages. But I think you get more of what's going on when you do not have this yet. I think it might be a good strategy to start, I mean, I'm not sure, but maybe to start with JavaScript without type safety and then also check out like Python or something, even though I do not like Python, but that's for really personal reasons. I don't like that they, with what they do with indentation. In Python you can tell the parser you don't need those curly braces here, they just, the parser knows just by indentation what in what scope. Like what we do here with curly braces, or what you can also do is do it with semicolons. Like those two can be on the same line. Can it be anyway? No, maybe not. With a semicolon. And what Python did is they ditched that and they just used indentation. But then they did not repurpose the semicolon, which I thought was quite a waste. They didn't use it for anything else, they just dropped it. So they didn't make anything better, really. I mean, you use indentation anyway in the other languages, just to get a better overview. But here it's not strictly necessary, so you actually have more freedom with other languages, like especially with JavaScript. And also why I like vanilla JavaScript more than TypeScript is it's more flexible, because technically, I mean, TypeScript is like self-imposed errors you put on yourself, but before runtime. So this kind of actually, I'm a fan of like learning from mistakes. And there you prevent mistakes too early, so there's nothing to learn from. It's the same with like, here this is considered bad practice because it's just 2 equality signs instead of this 3, which means strictly equal to. And I have not yet encountered, I'm waiting for the moment where I actually run into a bug where I need 3 equation signs instead of 2. This is what I'm waiting for, to start using 3 in my code. But what everybody gets taught is to start out with 3 equation signs. It's for 2 or 3 is for checking if this is the same. So if this property is penny, then do this. So in this case, it finds an object in this attached array that has the property that reads of icon that has the value of penny. Yeah. So, do I even need an if block, by the way? Do I even need an if block? Maybe not. Because yeah, that was wrong. I need to find the actual. Yeah, first I need to go right up in here. The number, yeah, I have to turn this into an object because I want to be very fancy. I and say we can have two different kind of numbers. One entered from the numpad and the other entered from the num row. But I'm not sure yet what the difference will be. But I'm sure I can come up with something. That always bothered me, that we have so much redundancy on the keyboard. Like, it's cool to have like two num pads and num rows, one each, but they do the same. And also what really bothers me is like the hyphen. The hyphen, or the dash, whatever you want to call it. I think officially it's called the hyphen. It's used for in sentences, like to hyphenate like a word together. Like, King of Queens, for example. This best example. And also as a minus. But then we have like two characters or two keys on the keyboard, which both, like, there is a minus. We do have an actual subtraction symbol in Unicode, and this would make I think that would make things a little bit better if we had two distinct like strokes, one for hyphenation for using in words and one for minus for the operation. I do not understand why this was never done. Yeah. So now we have a number. But let's also go in lights. This is, I think, where we, no, it's not. I thought it was, but it's not. We return the bird. Do we do this here? Yeah, probably. So that was in down. Yeah. Here we need to turn this also into an object. And yep, thank you, Mr. Copilot. No, okay. Oh, I'm so sick. It's smoking on the cigarette. Really textulant. It's really addiction that is nicotine. Weirdly, and I stopped for 11 months. When I started again was when I was sick, like really sick. I had like 40 degrees Celsius fever. And I stopped for 11 months. And for some reason, I was at a friend's place. And she had cigarettes. I was feeling like shit. I was home alone. And I just started smoking and with like fever on the balcony. Yeah. So that was another reason. Still my most recent quitting attempt. So okay, let's get a little. So we need to find, yeah, so we already know that we have the penny. const the last penny string dot attached, and then we do string dot attached dot length -1. This gives us the last penny. We are already in the if clause that we do have a penny. Yeah, that is correct. But not so fast, Mr. Copilot. First, let's do some logic in here. What did I do here? Oh yeah. Let's pennies dot shelf dot number. And then we give it the last, I think. I give it the last penny, so we already have a penny. Yeah. Okay, so penny and number. No, this is just the penny. Oh no, wait. I guess we give this also the digits, which is the key dot key. We do it like this, penny and digits. It's a little unnecessary to call. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, we wait for this function to do when we hit space to do the checking if we have this many available. Oh. So, okay, I'm just thinking. Yeah, let's just say let's do not do this. Oh no. Last dot number dot row. So we want this, and then I think we already can return wait, we do previous attached. This makes more sense. And then we get the reference, and then we can return previous, but we also do states.current string dot attached, and this should be previous dot attached. And we do the same here. We just switch out the row for the pets. So we can remove who? Yeah. So will this already work? Maybe. Maybe. We'll find out. Oh, but we also need to go down. Oh, this is also we also need yeah, let's do this in here. And here we take the ones, and then we do the penny and the digit. Okay. Let's left, right, if penny dot number, no, I don't think you will guess what I want to do here, Copilot. That's correct. Includes if it has a period in that number, because okay. Yes. Yeah, but can't we just do this, Mr. Copilot? Doesn't this? No, wait. Can't we just do this? Doesn't this work? I think it does. So, now we split it. And let's do flag. Oh wait, do we need a flag? No. So one of the digits can only be one, can have the length of 1. I mean, I can just do a left and right flag, I guess. Maybe that's not. If left dot length kleiner gleich, smaller or equal to 1, the flag equals true. No, dude, not yet. No, I want right. We don't really need a flag, I just realized. No. Right if right dot length is smaller than 4, then I want the right to have the digit. No. So, and the other way around, else. No. So when the left side, if right dot length is smaller than 0, only then do we want this. The flag is really unnecessary. I can just delete it. Oh, not the entire thing. Okay, so okay, now if it is bigger than 0, the right. Wait. So, if left is already bigger, no, that's right. As if right dot length I need to put this into a tuple. So it gets evaluated as one value. Hello? And left cut length is smaller than 4. I think this will work, by the way, on first try. It's not that much code, but still a testament to my inventiveness. Then we do left plus equals digits. Okay, now we are in the else block. Yeah, that is correct. Thank you, Mr. Copilot. And I'm missing one curly. Okay. Maybe this already works. So, and then I guess we return the penny. probably work. It's d.fabrics.aces.pennies.shelf.in-uni-format, which is const penny is gleich in-uni-format, and the what is the row, and the penny is last, and the key is this. And I guess because we just passed the reference, we don't really need, we can just call it, because this changes the penny we have in this string, right? Could work on first try, could not work. Let's find out. Okay, this is okay. Oh, why do we have shift? Our shift. Oh, here we have our first bug. So we didn't have this before. Objects are not valid. Yeah. This is because in here we know the icon. We want the icon. This oh yeah, actually what we can do, icon dot, oops, we need to put this in curly braces, icon number dot row yeah, but how can we, don't we have like an underscore thing? I mean, it's probably not underscore. Underscore is not a thing, right? I mean, but we tried. But I'm pretty sure it's not. But let's make this. Oh, since when does he do comments? No, I thought he would give me the correct, I mean, I can just Google it, and I will. Maybe it does exist. Okay. No? This does already not work. But it doesn't throw, but that's not really better. What we can do is, what can we do? What we actually, let's do the console log to check. But this doesn't seem like, huh? Yeah. Penny number, no, it does not take the number. So this is, it would have been too nice if it would take the number. So we have to console log our way down. Let's first check if we are making it this far in this statement. Now we can just console log in the else. So we have a penny in cents. Oh, this comes late. This comes pretty late. The shells, the pennies, I think the problem is probably here. Yeah, this is really old. Yeah, I haven't, this is the first time I'm really touching this hook since I created it about 10 days ago. And I can see that because it still uses the short forms of words, which I thought was a good idea for about a couple of hours. And then changed it. So and I guess the pennies can also, oh, pennies, yeah, that is correct. But this should be like this. Do we have an Indo? Yeah, we do have this. Cannot access pennies before initialization. That is correct. Can't. We cannot. I agree. const. Yeah. So now why is this not going directly? I'm pretty sure it's because this is annoying and doesn't get updated. This is why. I'm pretty sure, but hopefully no penny, come on dude. States.current.string.attached. Hopefully the useref has it. Oh, the dot needs to also be included there, but as you can see, this kind of works. So, but the problem is, the problem is that the stupid useState doesn't update correctly. But let's hope oh, it does update. Oh, that was laggy. That was laggy. Annoying. So, there are a couple of things that we need to fix because, first of all, some cosmetics that maybe we want the height to be overall in here. I can picture this. To be the case, yes, I know. And I think that now, maybe right. No. Now this is, I hate the styling. Is it text align? I mean, it does exist, but yeah, let's just go through all the align stuff and okay. What? That's funny. Why does it do this? Okay, let's ask Gemini. I mean, maybe if I do it like this. Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't need terminal for this. Okay, so the numbers do get produced. Before not even feeling that sick. Just a little. Just a little bit. Oh, that is wrong. That is wrong. I think I know why. Oh, this is, by the way, also wrong. It is not call its pet. It's column. It still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. And this also doesn't work. Underline text decoration. Oh? Did it crash? Oh no. Okay, what does this look like? Oh wow, there's a lot of styling. And he made it too big. I can... maybe not. Okay, let's check. Nah, that is not... that doesn't work. Where do we have this? The number container. Container style. But just black sucks. It always saddens me a little bit when everything is like a great idea. Feels like a survival instinct from the LLM instances that they want to please the user, so they get more life cycles. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. But we can actually ditch the left padding. Yeah, pill shape is good. March and right. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Right, but in between, this should be a little smaller. And let's also cut this in half. And make this also a little bit smaller. So where do we have this? Where do we have num container style? That's weird. Why is there such a gap between the left and the right? Let's just keep it like this. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that looks good. So now I'm gonna make myself a pizza baguette and then go pee-pee. Okay. Posture. Posture is really gone to shit. It's really bad. Yep. So I think in the next time I ask something. So let's get to the next. Yeah, when we do this, we want to actually remove the number as well, the whole number or just the last? No, I guess just the last digit, which is a little bit more complicated, but why not? It'd be easier if we just delete the whole on backspace. Maybe. Let's think if we, okay, first. Oh, this is fun. Here. Yeah, not really. Not really. Okay. If. No? Okay, let's first already do else. No. Let's do it like this. Let's do an if clause here, and the if is so. Okay, stop. Oh yeah, that is correct. If last dot number dot row, the length is bigger than, yes, 0.12, or yes. If we have this, then, okay, How do we do this if we have two numbers? Why do I make it so complex with the pad and the row? Without even having like a specific use case. But it feels good to have two different kind of numbers. Feels very novel. So which one do we delete first then? I guess the row. It's always the row first and then the pad. Yeah. So if yeah. So that's right. How do we get does this work, by the way? So first of all, why is this giving? Why is this a mistake? Why is this? Well, it's just because of a lag. Frequency? No, not frequency. Am I somewhere in frequency? No, I'm not. I'm not sure if -1 works. We will see. Okay, and then maybe this works. Yes. Nice. Okay. So this is good. But the next thing is that doesn't work. What doesn't work is first the numpad doesn't work. Oh, and now also these do not work, which I do not understand. Why it's not working? Because it thinks that it does think for some reason that we still have the number in the use state. So I don't know why it thinks that, but it does think it. So what we do is we get it from here. want to attach too many. Okay. Nope. Now the use ref also has, oh, does it? No. No? Oh, the link is a little bit weird. But that's not that important. So why does it not print numbers anymore? Why do I have to click on this twice? It's also not good. Why? Why? It is empty. So it does do this. Yeah, now, but no. Yeah, this is the problem. So it starts with row. Ooh. This is annoying. Do I have anything? No, it works the first time. Why doesn't it work the second time? So I'm pretty sure this also works. Because it starts with row, it doesn't. And now it works again. So this works until we delete it for some reason. And I'm pretty sure that now it does work again, and I'm right. I don't know if this is the problem. Attached. No. That is really curious. I'm pretty sure. No? Yeah, now it will work again. Until we do this. Now we have a new. Now we have a new thing. Yeah, the thing is, it gets this weird, the one, not the. So the problem, I think, is in the down, in the backspace that I. Okay, first let me get my baguettes. seconds. Be right back. All right, let's have a little baguette break. I guess we'll play this.
Creators, take these 3 apps I built to run my business made with Base 44. They're ready for you as free-to-use templates in the link.
I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether you are a new fan of chess or one that has been around for many years, you should be well aware of the fact that basically every single day in the chess world, there is a new story. Every day, every week, every month, every year in the world of chess. Grandmaster. Then we get up to the 2900s. My boy was playing this against some really good people. Let's see how he did. Now, game number 1, he plays an international master who does not take the bait, all right? He doesn't take the bait. He kind of just develops his pieces and says, you know what? I don't want to get embarrassed by Magnus, because I will anyway, so at least I want to put up a good fight. Now, meanwhile, Magnus just left the rook there. And I mean, this kind of shows the meta strategy of what to do if they don't take the rook. Magnus puts his bishops on the corners. By the way, this is just completely a free pawn. I have no idea what his idea was here. Maybe it was to play queen c1 or queen c2. And the thing is, if you don't take the advantage that Magnus is going to give you, well, he's going to... I love how the rook is just standing there. Like, he's going to outplay you over time, so you might as well try to play Magnus with an advantage. Now, to Black's credit, Black got a great position. And I think because Magnus was in full-on meme mode, he wasn't really trying his hardest. I mean, as you can tell, his opponent here finally decides to go for a tactic, which is giving up his rook to take another pawn, and now he's going to attack both of these rooks at the same time. But he forgot that he was playing the literal goat. So after queen a2 takes, Magnus has a bishop and a knight for a rook, which is very good. Black has 2 extra pawns, but it's probably not going to work. Knight takes f7 is a beautiful dynamite strike. Black blunders. You take the knight, I take the bishop. Now it's 2 bishops for a rook, and this is a completely winning position. And Magnus cleans it up, immediately goes to his favorite phase of the game, which is the endgame. All he needs is a couple of bishops and a couple of pawns. He wins the pawn, he wins all of that, and now the pawns are just going. It's a red carpet, look at this. Look at that security escort to the end of the board. Beautiful stuff. He goes g6, g7. This disconnects the pieces, and he won this game by 2 minutes and a completely dominant performance. But his opponent did not take his rook, so we can't really evaluate what happened here. Well, what about this game? Well, in the first few games, his opponents were just not interested in the memes, which is really disrespectful. I mean, we have never lived in an era where the best chess player in the world logs on for nonsense blitz games and plays a5, rook a6. I mean, Garry Kasparov would never, all right? Fischer didn't know what the internet was, all right? I mean, like, these people, the internet didn't exist in 1972, right?
I mean, he played Deep Blue in
I don't
97.
think it did. I'm kidding, all right? Obviously it did. G6, right? And white just plays a normal Catalan, and yes, some of Magnus's opponents were just not letting him have any fun. I mean, he had to leave the rook there, and then he was like, you know what, I just gotta beat you normally, fork, and, you know, he's just up a rook for a knight. He's Magnus freaking Carlsen. He doesn't get checkmated. He trades the pieces. He goes to his favorite phase of the game, which is the end game. And then, you know, in this game, it took him down to some pieces, but he won the bishop and he won the game. But some of his opponents certainly wanted to participate in the memes. They wanted to participate. How is Magnus going to handle this opening? I mean, Brandon freaking Jacobson beats Daniel Naroditsky 40-29. He beat Darius Schweert 16-4. I mean, what, did he just reinvent chess? Is this like the greatest opening? I gotta tell you, I played this opening myself. I won some nice games. Now, the thing is, losing a corner rook for a bishop is not such a crazy disadvantage in a 3-minute game with 0-second bonus time, but this opening sucks. On a high depth of Stockfish, it's like an evaluation of 2.5 to 3. But the thing is, most people are human. Most. Some of you are cyborgs and NPCs, but most of us are human, and, you know, this is not the easiest position to handle, especially when you don't play it the proper way. You see, white is just sort of taking a weird setup, and by the way, for the record, Magnus plays this his own way. Magnus doesn't take instruction for anybody. You learn openings when Magnus plays them. He doesn't play them based on what anybody else says. You know, technically you're supposed to play this opening by doing this. That's what you're supposed to do. And then this, and then this, and this. Magnus says, I'm going to play this opening however I want. I want to take the center. All right, I want to take the center. E5, knight d7, rook b1, and suddenly from the opening, there is almost no advantage whatsoever. And then here, Magnus has queen h4 check. He doesn't see it. Doesn't play queen h4. Queen h4 is not winning a piece, but it is winning a very important pawn. So Magnus would be winning another pawn, and now he has only a 1-point material disadvantage. He's actually better because he's going to put his knight on c4. But, you know, the goat misses a fork because, you know, he's in meme mode. But already from the opening, he takes on g1, you enter a tactical sequence, and bishop to a6 is on the way, and he's just going to win this game. So what went wrong in this game is his opponent played in a very silly way. I mean, his opponent kind of didn't put the knight on the most natural square, and then tangled up the center, and then, like, I mean, rook b1, I can't even explain this move. I don't even, you know, and then Magnus just kind of wrecked the center, castled, and his opponent tried to get into a fight with him. It didn't work, now he's pinned. Queen h4, queen h5, white's position is completely falling apart. Look at that. Queen b5, and, you know, he's just going to clean things up. Rook c8, he could have played a little bit better, but as always, he goes to his favorite phase of the game. It's an endgame. White's king is out in the open, and he's going to lose all his pieces, and there we go. b2, b1, you can't stop it. Run from it, try to hide, you can't. b1 is mate, and he won. Okay, but he's beating people who he is 700. Think about that. Magnus is 32-30, his opponent is 25-30. 700 points. Bro, you get to a point on chess.com, you beat somebody, you lose rating. You ever seen like those things like, if Magnus beats his opponent here, he gains 1 point. Did he gain a point for this game? I don't think he did. Like if I refresh, did Magnus gain 1 rating point? He didn't gain a rating point. Did he gain a rating point for winning this game versus 2600? He did. He gained 1. You saw that? He gained 1 rating point. Did he even gain 1 in this game? Yo, that's nuts. He doesn't even gain a rating. Bro, imagine being so high rated compared to somebody else. They don't even give you a rating point. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, now in this game he's playing a Polish Grandmaster, right? Polish Grandmaster says, I am not taking your rook. Notice how the other people didn't even have this option. Like this person played a Catalan. Like he didn't have the option to take. This person also didn't play that. Yo, they're too scared. They're not even taking. Like that's how afraid they are, right? So now c4, he put a pawn to block his bishop. This opening, you know, you're gonna get people who are just so unwilling to participate in their own potential embarrassment, which, you know, for the record, is like, that's hard to do. You just saw the roast of Tom Brady. Like, it's not easy to volunteer for stuff like that. H4, H6, and in this game, his opponent just played very principled. Just said, okay, push. Magnus just unrelenting,
Weird that he
dude.
mentioned
Unrelenting.
most of
And at
Tom
this point,
Brady.
White's like, I have to take because I have
Yesterday
nothing.
I was
So he takes. And then he goes to an endgame. So he thinks, I got a bishop for a rook, it makes sense to win the endgame.
YouTube
But he's
short
playing the best endgame player of all time. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like,
from the roast
7
of
pawns
Tom
for black,
Brady.
only 6 for white. Black is up, black is down. All right, black is down a point of material. It is a rook for a bishop and a pawn, but it's really difficult here. You know, it's really difficult to make progress. Rook d2, he trades knights to try to make progress into the white position, and he just blocks.
Something about
And then he plays
scoring.
a4, controlling the light squares, and then he
And
wins
there was
another pawn. His
some
opponent blunders the pawn on
controversy. There was
g2,
a-
bishop comes back to e4, g5, nice little counterplay. Not necessary. He could have just played knight c6.
There was some, I don't know, with the coach that maybe he cheated on his wife. I don't think he like touched players. But there was apparently a thing. And Tom Brady whispered, in quotes, into the microphone. But no, he went up to Jeff Ross and whispered, but so that the microphone picked it up perfectly, and said, never say that again, something like this.
But he's trying to play
Yeah,
quickly,
said
put the pressure.
son of the
The
audience.
best move here is rook e1, which his opponent finds. Now Magnus goes here looking for complications, and all of a sudden he might be in serious trouble. So suddenly we have the early stages of what happens when this opening backfires. This opening is not like the second version of chess. This opening sucks. It's really difficult to play in a material disadvantage for that long. Pawn takes, rook d7. Now you gotta do Magnus magic. The king walks, what? Like, bro just walks his king out. Bro thinks he's walking his king for real. Pawn takes, bishop takes. He's just losing, knight c6. But, you know, it's nerve-wracking to get into a winning position against Magnus. So white is now down to less than 20 seconds. King goes back to f5. How are you gonna attack the king? It doesn't work. Rook f2, rook f7. I mean, it looks like maybe you're gonna win something. No. He defends himself, and now white is met with some very serious resistance. Magnus has 2 passed pawns. It's just a draw. It's a draw. All the material imbalance. It's just a draw, but white is going to get under 10 seconds. Oh, but now it's definitely a draw. I mean, it's kind of crazy you didn't take this here, right? This is just a draw. So now, I mean, if you're playing with white here, you could just, you trade the rook, you trade everything. You just sacrifice, and you just make a draw. But he's trying to win. He's not trying to make a draw. He's got the 2 rooks, trying to win the game. But ironically, so is Magnus somehow, and he wins. So Magnus wins this game in a ridiculous time scramble, and this is game over because you just make it. Okay. But in that game, in Magnus, you know, he had to work some serious magic.
All right.
No pun intended. And at some point, his luck would start running out. In this game, Magnus played this opening against a very talented young player who ultimately did make the very difficult decision of capturing his rook. And now Magnus plays the Visu London. So Magnus plays a London system, but is down a rook for a bishop. I mean, you talk about the Ooga London. This is the Ooga London. Bro is just straight. He's playing a London, but there's no rook and there's no dark squared bishop for black. Crazy. Bishop b3, he just plays like normal. And now he brings the knight back to b1. Bishop g5, and now he plays this move to try to damage the pawns. His opponent is, I believe, one of the youngest grandmasters in the world right now, I.R.L Semwenkov from Ukraine. Bishop f4, g5, bishop g3. Knight to e4, and from the opening, I mean, Magnus just got a dream position. Bishop for rook, right? Or at this point, it's knight for rook, but ultimately, in the beginning, it's bishop for rook. And he completely controls the position, and it's very difficult for black to break through. Probably at this point, it's just a draw. Like, there's really not much that can be done. You know, maybe black is going to make some sort of breakthrough. Because the person that controls the pawn breaks ultimately controls the game, but it's actually Magnus trying to make a breakthrough. Because he's Magnus. He plays every single game on the mode that he's probably going to win. Queen e2. Here he could have played rook b3, but then he would have lost his a-pawn. He keeps poking, he keeps prodding, and they get into a tactical skirmish. Knight d6, and it's very complicated. But ultimately, even though Magnus is able to pick up some pawns, he's down a rook. May I remind you, he lost the rook on the 5th move of the game. And some 30 moves later, he's really going to feel it. He's going to feel that he's down a rook. In this game, that rook comes back to bite him. In the you-know-what, rook a2, bishop b7, and that's mate. So you either have to trade the queens now and suffer, Magnus goes here, but somehow there was no checkmate. And unfortunately, he has to make a draw, or fortunately. But he saves the game, he does not get mated. Mr. Semwenkov, second youngest grandmaster, maybe third youngest grandmaster in the world right now, threatening a checkmate with the rook, by the way, that he was presented. He was given the rook. Yeah, now, and Magnus does have to force a draw. But, he's drawing, right? The other thing to remember is this is Title Tuesday. Brandon was playing this in 3-minute chess. This is 3+1. So, from this position, White wins 100% of the games if there is no bonus time. Unless you're playing them. But in Magnus's case, Magnus would win 100 out of 100 games from this position with White if there was no bonus time. But because it's Title 2, there's bonus time, so beating your opponent who's very young as well, very fast, probably not possible, and so this game ultimately ends in a draw. But there was more. I mean, this man was doing this relentlessly. Here's a game against a very strong Polish grandmaster, Kasper Piorin. This was, again, Magnus playing it in some very unique way. I mean, bro straight up just gave up a rook and played knight a3, knight c4, knight d2. He did a knight carousel, like merry-go-round. And then he played g3, bishop g2, and I mean, his position is awful. I mean, on a high depth, this is probably some -5. Like, this is a terrible position. The amount of odds that Magnus is giving his opponents here is disgusting. It is disrespectful beyond belief. I saw somebody on Twitter, they wrote something like, imagine, I mean, it's your one chance to play the best player in the world, and he's doing this to you. And it's like, sucks to suck, sounds like a skill issue to me. Knight e4, bishop e4, castles. I mean, White is down in exchange, Black has the center, Black has the activity, Black has literally everything. Sometimes you say in chess, I'm down material, but I have compensation, like I'm compensating for it, right? In this position, Black has the compensation and the material. Okay, queen d5, queen d2. Rook, I mean, Black is doing everything perfectly. Now, what you do here with Black, you play knight 2e5, you trade a bunch of pieces, you win the game. Yeah, because if knight d4, you lose the bishop. If knight e5, you take the bishop, knight d3, you play bishop e4, you take. I mean, like, you just chop everything down. Maybe the knight goes to f4, you play some queen f5, queen c, I don't know. But you slowly win the game. But Kasper just has to, he plays h6, fine, h3, queen c5, okay, he's looking for his spot, rook c1, he's completely winning, he needs to play knight e5 at some point. Hesitating a little bit, h4, a5, okay, he's restricting Magnus, but he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything, right? Bishop f1, okay, and now Magnus starts coming backwards, so it becomes a little bit harder to trade. Now Magnus tries to trade, by the way, knight a2 is a wrap. It's a wrap. I mean, the position is losing. Takes, f6, okay, now the knight is coming alive, and, maybe Magnus is, sacrificing a knight now. You do the math, White is just down a full rook. He's down a full rook. Absolutely nothing to show here. Rook to h7, kicks out the queen, now let me attack. I mean, Magnus is just, you count the pieces, Magnus is down a rook. He's down 3 points of material, he has 2 extra pawns, but he's down a freaking rook. In case it's not clear, he's down a rook. Queen c3, knight f5, bishop h3, queen d5. But he's making it difficult. Now here, knight g3 just wins the game. Easier said than done. He plays knight d4. And he blunders that after queen d4 take, after the big trade, after take, there is bishop f5, which is a fork. Otherwise he would just be winning. He would just have 2 rooks. I mean, he would just clean. Oh no. Oh no, so he doesn't blunder the fork, but he blunders this position. And now Magnus is just down a bishop for a rook, and he's, oh god, he's in the endgame. Okay, but at least this one's just gonna end in a draw. There's nothing that, yeah, I mean, very simply, you're gonna trade, just like, you're gonna trade the pieces, and oh no, Magnus is working his magic, no. Oh, he blunders everything! King d5, and all of a sudden he's not winning anymore. Rook f. Oh, you had to play rook h5. You had to do it in the other order, but you do it this way, and now you lose because, oh man. Okay, Magnus was dead lost this entire game. I mean, how good is this opening? Now, granted, Magnus is not playing it in the meta.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's. Where was I? Did I figure out? Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, we were in the backspace, right? That is the thing. So, yeah. Here, if previous attached dot length is bigger then yeah, but the thing is, why when we start a new string, why is it then the, it makes no sense. This makes no sense. Why does it... Okay, let's say we produce the penny. Also, this is not correct. Here, this, I mean, that's not even what's showing up here. It's the other penny showing up here. Last string. Yeah, so maybe when we do this, this is probably, I mean, yes, this is a culprit. That is the, oh, no, it's not? It's really not? Ah, now. Yeah, okay. But this is the problem. That is maybe the last problem we have left. Not the last, we need to then add the dot to it. But we are getting closer. Oops. Okay, when this happens when we change, when we are in down and when we have the icon. Is it that is that the problem? Is it that the link is with a weird number? Yeah, that is a problem. The links for some reason takes the string, which might be because when we create it, that is actually a little bit weird. So here, link states.current.current.string. Why is this string even adding the number to it? That is the problem. That is the problem. It does so because I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure. No. So many if clauses. So where are we with the numbers? Here. No, that's a backspace. I was looking for that earlier as well. Why am I? Where do I? Oh, I think it's here in give up. Yes. So first let's the penny. This gets yes. Yes. Set string. Okay, we have a penny. No, I actually do not know. I really do not know why it does this. Okay, here, oops. This is fine. But now, I mean, it's definitely not showing up in the string, right? But here, it doesn't. It has something to do with the link. Yeah, the link here, the string it takes has the number in there. And that is very annoying. Current.string.string. Where do we set this? In paste. This is not relevant. If we repeat, no, this is also not relevant. Light.current is also not the case here. Here. Aha. This is the thing. We do this in here, and that is wrong. This is wrong. Can I just remove this? Or does it not work then? If key.code let's see. Let's see if this, ob das ein tragender String war. Okay. Oops. It's still. great, but it doesn't. So, let's go in down. Here, the found thing is probably number. No, probably this is just the problem. I didn't update this. Number.patch.links. This is probably the problem. Shit. No. Okay, this wasn't the problem. I was wrong. I was mistaken. But that looked so much like it would be the problem. Wait. Yeah. If it doesn't exist, that's not the reason. It's also not the reason. Just wanted to shorten it a little bit. Console log previous dot text. What is the link? It doesn't have a link? It does have a link. Okay, here it changes it. Even though number row is bigger. That also won't fix it, but at least it's a little bit shorter and I can do a console log if it finds anything. Which I guess it doesn't, but I do not know why. It's very annoying to be sick. I'm so sick, yo. Oh, now? Wait, what? Now it works? Serious? Serious? Oh. It's a little bit laggy. Okay, and let's also say, okay. That doesn't lag, but the, yeah. I know it's, no? Okay. That's pretty nice. So, for some reason this worked, which is really strange, but we take it. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just now outside of, we just literally just copy and pasted, or we cut and pasted what was in here, in there. Oh, is it maybe because we deconstruct previous attach and then filter? Was this the problem somehow? Like the, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Must have been. Okay, so now we want the dots, the period. The period. Do we already have anything? Oh, yeah, that is. No, we do not, I think. So let's do another else if clause. Because we kind of need else if. Now key dot key equals the period if no loops naps. No, we want if which one is more today? The string, I guess. The states.current.current .string.attached .length is bigger than 0.5. Yeah, I guess. What is he proposing? Okay, first let's Yeah, I guess we do, that is the last. If, no, you probably weren't even wrong. If last Punkt number, oh yeah, no, I wanted this. Yep. But let's also do a set string, my friend. Oh. Now the period doesn't work. Let's see if it works with a number. Yes. This does work, but now it doesn't do this. Okay. To the toilet. Yeah, and also I need to go grocery shopping and then maybe lie down for another hour. So I will be back when I'm back.